His physical presence cannot be compared to that of Araujo and rest of them. So I don't really see, set pieces or crossing really being a problem, because Araujo is higher, taller than Gordon's in terms of winning those area battles. Well, you never know. Maybe he can come up with some surprises. Barcelona's strength is really their midfield. They are really going to overload that midfield, snuffing life out of Newcastle. And then you have a point man that is as clinical as Robert Lewandowski. If they try to get the ball to Lewandowski, they are expecting clinical finishes. So I think, well, let's look at some of the key points. To me, personally, I think Newcastle's fullback, Trippier, is going to play, and Livramento, they are going to play exceptional roles in this formation. Because if they don't, they could be exposed easily by pieces like Marcus Rashford. Trippier is actually very old, and I'm expecting Marcus Rashford. If Marcus Rashford is at his best, he's going to expose Trippier. The same with Rafinha. So those are possible threats that, Barcelona can actually exploit on. Those are the places Barcelona are going to use to pounce. If Pedri and De Jong actually get to, hold the game, dictate the pace of the game, I think Newcastle are going to be outnumbered in that midfield. It is for sure. If you give them that freedom, they will outnumber you. They will call on players in to play along. So Guimaraes has a work to do to cut that flow. That free flow is what Guimaraes is ought to do. Well, Newcastle have a strength here, no particular number 9. That guy is not a number 9, he's a false 9. So that brings in an overload of midfield. He's going to come in, try to play, not like Lewandowski that is an out-and-out striker. So Gordon can come in, play in the midfield, giving another help to the midfield, giving another a kind of dimension in ball play, confusing the defenders. I think that's his role today. Well, Barcelona's high line game is going to be a problem for them, because it's going to leave a lot of spaces for players like Elenga and Barnes. Elenga is electric in terms of space, and that is what they will be looking out for. If Barcelona should play this their high line and give chances to players like Elenga, they are going to be hot. But if Barcelona decides to play the high press and they are not careful about it, Elenga is going to work against them. I think at this point, Newcastle has to stay compact. If they are to stand a chance of winning the game, Newcastle needs to stay what? Compact. And then wait for counter-attack to exploit, because there will be spaces. And then Barcelona have to be very careful playing their high line as well, because they are going to really overload the midfield. If they succeed in winning the midfield battle, of which obviously at some point in time they are very good at it. If they do that, they are going to overload the wings, which means players like Marcus Rashford, Jules Koundé is going to run the wings, and it is going to cause a problem for Newcastle. They are going to push Newcastle back. But if there is a counter and those wings are left open, be sure that someone like Elenga is going to run the channel. It's going to be an interesting game. That is why I'm really interested in this game. Stay tuned.